Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare
Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopikanta Radhakanta Namostute Tapte Kanchan Gorangi Radhe Praneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Mami Hari Priye Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chev Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jai Mudire. बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हरे कृष्णा अजय।
हरे कृष्णा गोविंद जी, हरे कृष्णा गौरी।
हरे कृष्णा प्रेम सर, कैसे हैं?
हरे कृष्णा गोविंद जी, सब बढ़िया।
बोलो रसिक श्याम प्रभु जी, हरे कृष्णा। So Prem sir, you are on laptop or on the phone?
किसके लिए पूछ रहे हैं गोविंद जी?
प्रेम
नहीं, किसके लिए पूछे? सॉरी, आवाज कट गई आपकी।
ओह नहीं, मैं बोल रहा था आप लैपटॉप पे हैं या फोन पे हैं?
और मैं लैपटॉप पे हूँ।
हाँ, ओके, गुड गुड गुड। या नहीं, इट्स इजी टू रीड ऑन द लैपटॉप सर।
हाँ, इसीलिए बहुत छोटा हो जाता है।
या ठीक है, शुरू करते हैं अपन। So, yesterday we completed 8th chapter, 8वां अध्याय हमने कंप्लीट किया of 6th of the 6th skand, yeah, 6th canto. Hare Krishna Rina ji.
Hare Krishna, Riya. Hare Krishna, everyone.
And as we know, there are 12 cantos, 12 books of Srimad Bhagavatam. And do you know how many shloks are there total?
18,000.
18,000 shloks, yeah. And there are 332 chapters, 18,000 shloks. We are on canto 6th, yeah. And कल हमने 8th chapter complete किया, which is about the Narayan Kavach. And आज end में हम लोग नारायण कवच सुनेंगे पूरा, right? That is around like 7 to 8 minutes. We'll hear the whole Narayan Kavach. And so then yesterday we started reading appearance of demon Vṛtrāsura, and that's what we will start reading. Yeah. So प्रेम सर पढ़ेंगे आप?
This is canto chapter 9 का पहला है ना? Okay.
पहला श्लोक, yeah.
I'm just starting. Give me 1 second.
Sure, yeah, आराम से. Oh, are you able to see the screen?
Yeah, I'm able to see the screen. I'm just going to the same page on my side also. So okay, yeah, got it. I'm there.
Okay.
Sri Shuk Avach Tasyasan Vishwarupasya Shiranshi Trini Bharata Somapita Sura Pit Mannadi Mita Miti Shushum Sri Sukdev Goswami continued. Vishwarupa, who was engaged as a priest of the demigods, had 3 heads. He used one to drink the beverage somaras, other to drink wine, and the third to eat food. O King Parikshit, thus I have heard from authorities.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So, as we know, Sri Sukdev Goswami ji is reciting Srimad Bhagavatam to Maharaj Parikshit. Yeah, Ganga Tat. And then he continues the story where Rishi Vishwarup, because Brihaspati, as we know, in previous chapters we read, right? Brihaspati Dev, the Devatas don't respect him fully. So Brihaspati Dev gets out and disappears. And then Devatas go to Brahmaji's, and Brahmaji advises him to select Rishi Vishwarup as their priest, yeah, as their guru. So, and Vishwarup, it says that had 3 heads, right? So that's what we are reading right now. Ajay?
Sure. Save Baharshi Devebhyo Pragam Pratyaksh Muchaike Adad Das Dasya Pitro Deva Samish Saprashayam Nip. O Maharaja Pratikshit, the demigods were related to Vishwarup from his father's side, and therefore he visibly offered clarified butter in the fire while chanting mantras such as Indra Idam Swaha, that is meant for King Indra, and Idam Agnaye, this is for demigod of fire. He loudly chanted these mantras and offered each of the demigods his proper share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tinaji?
स एव हि रदो भागं परोक्षमसुरानुप्रति यजमानो वहद भागं मातृस्नेहवशानुग्रहः. Although offering clarified butter in the sacrificial fire in the name of demigods, without the knowledge of the demigods, he also offered oblations to the demons because they were his relatives through his mother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So Matri Sneha Vashanugaya. So Rishi Vishwarup had the father from the Devata side, but the mother was on the demon side. So while he's offering all the in the sacrificial fire, he offered oblations to the demons as well. It says here, because of Vishwarup's affection for the families of both the demigods and the demons, he appeased the Supreme Lord on behalf of both dynasties. When he offered oblations in the fire on behalf of the Asuras, he did so secretly without the knowledge of the demigods.
So one question I have, do we cover at any point that why Vishwarupa ji was selected or anointed as the
Yes.
Guru?
Yes.
Is a backstory to it?
Yeah, like just in the previous chapter, friend. So all the devatas, as you know, right, they were having all the Aishwarya. And at that point in time, Brihspatiji enters into that sabha, and because they were so much engaged into all the Aishwarya and all that, they did not offer respect to Brihspati Dev.
Sorry to interrupt. That part I understand.
So I'm just telling next, right? So then Brihspati Dev disappears, right? He goes out, he feels insulted. Then, taking advantage of that situation, Shukracharya, who is the guru of demons, he asks demons to attack devatas. So then all the demons attack devatas, and they are not able to bear that. They are about to lose their
battle.
Right? So when that happens, they go to Lord Brahma and asks his advice and praise. So then Lord Brahma advises that you should go to Rishi Vishwarup. Because he's a high level of tapasvi. He is very high level of tapasvi. Right? And Lord Brahma advises devatas to go to him and then request him to be their guru.
Right. My only question is that why Vishwarup only? I mean, there would have been other people also. So is that also covered in any part, or
that was not covered? But Vishwarup, as we read in that previous one, that he devised the Narayan Kavach to protect the devatas.
Right.
So Lord Brahmaji said that he is the one who can actually protect you from demons.
Okay, got it.
And then they went to, and then Devta agreed that that's fine. And even though Vishwarup was younger in age and all that, so there's also some conversation where Vishwarup is younger, and then Devtas go there and request him to be their guru. And Vishwarup says that he will definitely he will be happy to be their guru because he's also going to learn a lot from Devtas. So there was some conversation about it. So that's how Vishwarup was selected as guru. And there was no other name mentioned as such.
Thank you.
Okay. So here, as we know, Vishwarup designed the Narayan Kavach, and then he's offering the Havan, oblations for Devtas, and also secretly offering one for demons. Hare Krishna, Tarun.
Taddeva helanam tasya dharmalkatam sureshvaraha alakasya tarasa bhitas tak chitrasani achinadrusa. Once upon a time, however, the king of heaven, Indra, understood that Vishnurupa was secretly cheating the demigods by offering oblations on behalf of the demons. He became extremely afraid of being defeated by the demons, and in great anger at Vishnurupa, he cut Vishnurupa's 3 heads from his shoulders. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So then as we can see, Indra, they came to know about it, and because this yajna was happening to really defeat the demons, and he was also offering the oblations for demons, Indradev, he got scared and angry, and then he cut Vishwarup's 3 heads. And as we read in the first shlok, Vishwarup had 3 heads. Somapitham tu yattasya shira asita kapi jalaha kalvinkakaha surapitha mannadam yatsatitiriha. Thereafter, the head meant for drinking somras was transformed into a kapinjal, francolin petrish. Similarly, the head meant for drinking wine was transformed into a kalavink, sparrow, and the head meant for eating food became a titiri, common petrish. Yeah. Premji?
Brahma Hatyam Anjalina Jagraha Yad Apiswaraha Samvatsarante Tad Agam Bhutanam Sa Vishuddhe Bhumi Ambu Dhruma Yosi Bhyas Chaturdha Vyabhajad Dhari. Although Indra was so powerful that he could neutralize the sinful reactions for killing a Brahmana, he repentantly accepted the burden of these restrictions with folded hands. He suffered for 1 year, and then to purify himself, he distributed the reactions of his sinful killing among the earth, water, trees, and women. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So it's very interesting that mention that. So killing a Brahman is a big this thing, right? Big sinful activity. And it's mentioned that Indra could neutralize that, but he did not. He repentantly accepted the reactions with folded hands. And then for whatever he did for 1 year, and it's mentioned that after that, he distributed the reactions of the sinful killing among earth, water, trees, and women. Yeah. Ajay?
Bhumisturiyam Jagraha Khat Purvena Vai Iridam Brahmam Hatyaya Rupam Bhumo Pradishyate. In return for King Indra's benediction, that ditches in the earth would be filled automatically, and the land accepted 1/4 of the sinful reaction for killing a Brahman. Because of those sinful reactions, we find many deserts on the surface of the earth. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Say Brahma Hatyaya Rupam Bhumo Pradishyate. Yeah? So the earth accepted 1/4 of the sinful reaction. Reenaji?
Suryam Sheda Viruhena Varena Jagre Hirdruma Tesham Niryasa Rupena Brahma Hatya Pradrishyate. In return for Indra's benediction that their branches and twigs would grow back when trimmed, the trees accepted 1/4 of the reactions for killing a Brahman. These reactions are visible in the flowing of sap from trees. Therefore, one is forbidden to drink this sap. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so the benediction was that their branches and twigs will grow back the trees, and the trees also accepted the 1/4 reactions. Yeah. Tarun?
Shaswat Kama Varenamahas Turiyam Jagru Stritriha Rajo Rupena Tasva Amho Masi Pradrakshate. In return for Lord Indra's benediction that they would be able to enjoy lusty desires continuously, even during pregnancy, for as long as sex is not injurious to the embryo, women accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions. As a result of those reactions, women manifest the signs of menstruation every month. Hare Krishna.
Dravya bhuyo varena pasturyam jagrihirmalam tasu buddhada fenabhyam drishtam tadrati kshipan. And in return for King Indra's benediction that water would increase the volume of other substances with which it was mixed, water accepted 1/4 of the sinful reactions. Therefore, there are bubbles and foam in the water. When one collects water, these should be avoided. Prem, sir?
Hat putras tatas tavatsa juha vindarya satvare Indra satro vira tasva ma chiram jahi vidvasam. After Vishwarupa was killed, his father
Tvashta.
performed ritualistic ceremonies to kill Indra. He offered oblations in the sacrificial fire, saying, "O enemy of Indra, flourish to kill your enemy without delay." Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, yeah. So Vishwarup's father is Tvashta, yeah. And when Tvashta came to know about it, he started performing ritualistic ceremony, yeah. The oblations in the Havan, saying, "O enemy of Indra, flourish to kill your enemy without delay." Right? Says here, Tarun.
There was some defect in Tasta's chanting of the mantra because he chanted it long instead of short, and therefore the meaning changed. Tatsa intended to chant the word Indra Sastro, meaning O enemy of Indra. In this mantra, the word Indra is in the possessive case, Shasti, and the word Indra Shastro is called a Tat Purusha, a compound, Tat Purusha - Samasa. Unfortunately, instead of chanting the mantra short, Tatsva chanted it long and its meaning changed from the enemy of Indra to Enema, who is an enemy. Consequently, instead of an enemy of Indra's, there emerged the body of Vṛtrāsura, of whom Indra was the enemy. Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Athanva har pachna dushthito ghor darshana kritant ivilokanam yugant samaye yatha. Thereafter, from the southern side of the sacrificial fire, known as Anvaharya, came a fearful personality who looked like the destroyer of the entire creation at the end of the millennium. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, so from the sacrificial fire, yeah, and a personality who looked like a big destroyer, right? Reenaji?
वर्धमानं तमिषु मात्रं दिने दिने दग्धशैलप्रतीकाशं सन्ध्याभ्रानि कवर्चसं तप्त ताम्रशिखाश्मश्रं मध्याह्नार्कोग्रलोचनं देदीप्यमाने त्रिशिखे शूल आरोप्य रोदसी नृत्यानन्तमुन्नदन्तं च चालयन्तं पदामहीं दरी गंभीर वक्त्रेण पिबता च नभस्थलम् लिहता जिह्वयाक्षाणि ग्रसता भुवनत्रयम् महता रौद्रे दंष्ट्रेण जृम्भमाणं मुहुर्मुहुः वित्रस्ता दुद्रुवलोका वीक्ष्य सर्वे दिशो दिशः. Like arrows released in the four directions, the demon's body grew day after day. Tall and blackish, he appeared like a burnt hill and was as lustrous as a bright array of clouds in the evening. The hair on the demon's body and his beard and mustache were the color of melted copper, and his eyes were piercing like the midday sun. He appeared unconquerable, as if holding the three worlds on the blazing trident. Dancing and shouting with a loud voice, he made the entire surface of the earth tremble as if from an earthquake. As he yawned again and again, he seemed to be trying to swallow the whole sky with his mouth, which was as deep as a cave. He seemed to be licking up all the stars in the sky with his tongue and eating the entire universe with his long, sharp teeth. Seeing this gigantic demon, everyone in great fear ran here and there in all directions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. येनावृता इमे लोका स्तब्धसत्त्वास्त्रमूर्तिना सर्वे वृत्तिरिप्रोक्तः पापः परम दारुणः. That very fearful demon, who was actually the son of Tvashta, covered all the planetary systems by dint of austerity. Therefore, he was named Vṛtra, or one who covers everything. Yeah, Vṛtrāsura. Prem?
Tam nijar dhanur vidrutya sagna vibhurdharsha bha savahe swadish divyastra sograstani kritsana. The demigods, headed by Indra, charged the demon with their soldiers, striking him with their own transcendental bows and arrows and other weapons, but Vṛtrāsura swallowed all their weapons. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay?
ततस्ते विस्मिताः सर्वे विश्वश्रणाः ग्रस्ततेजसः प्रत्यच्च मादिपुरुष मुपतस्थु समाहिताः. Struck with the wonder and disappointment among seeing the strength of the demon, the demigods lost their own strength. Therefore, they all met together to try to please the Super Soul, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayan, by worshipping him. Hare Krishna.
Arun? Arun?
Shri Devacha Vayavambayani up Satyas Triloka Brahmadayo e Vayam Udvijantaha Harama Yasmi Balim Antako Suyo Bibeti Yasmad Aranyam Tatona. The demigod said, 3 worlds are created by the 5 elements, namely ether, air, fire, water, and earth, which are controlled by various demigods, beginning from Lord Brahma. Being very much afraid that the time factor will end our existence, we offer presentations unto time by performing our work as time dictates. The time factor himself, however, is afraid of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, let us now worship that Supreme Lord who alone can give us full protection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so devatas decide to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu. Yeah? The nice purport here. Rinaji?
One is afraid of being killed. One must take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is worshipped by all the demigods, beginning from Brahma, although they are in charge of the various elements of this material world. The words Bibheti Yasmat indicate that all the demons, regardless of how great and powerful, fear the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The demigods, being afraid of death, took shelter of the Lord and offered him these prayers. Although the time factor is fearful to everyone, fear personified is afraid of the Supreme Lord, who is therefore known as Abhaya, fearless. Taking shelter of the Supreme Lord brings actual fearlessness, and therefore the demigods decided to take shelter of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Avismitam tam paripurna kamam svenev labhena samam prashantam vinopasarpatya param hi balishah shilangulena titirtarti sindhu. Free from all material conceptions of existence and never wonder-struck by anything, the Lord is always jubilant and fully satisfied by his own spiritual perfection. He has no material designations, and therefore he is steady and unattached. That Supreme Personality of Godhead is the only shelter of everyone. Anyone desiring to be protected by others is certainly a great fool who desires to cross the sea by holding the tail of a dog. Right? So all devatas are saying that Avishmitam, right, that he is always wonder-struck, right? Paripurna kamam, fully satisfied, yeah, by his own spiritual perfection. And that's how devatas are glorifying Lord Vishnu. And again, it's a nice purpose. So let's read this, Prem.
A dog can swim in the water, but if a dog dives in the ocean and someone wants to cross the ocean by holding the dog's tail, he is certainly fool number one. A dog cannot cross the ocean, nor can a person cross the ocean by catching a dog's tail. Similarly, one who desires to cross the ocean of nescience should not seek the shelter of any demigod or anyone else but the fearless shelter of the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.58 therefore says, Samstrita ye pada pallava palam mahat padam punya yaso murahes bhavam buddhir vatsa padam param padam 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 yad vipadam na tesam. The Lord's lotus feet are an indestructible boat, and if one takes shelter of that boat, he can easily cross the ocean of nescience. Consequently, there are no dangers for a devotee through the lives, although he lives within his material world, which is full of dangers at every step. One should seek the shelter of the all-powerful instead of trying to be protected by one's own concocted ideas. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so one should take the shelter of all powerful Supreme Personality of Godhead. And what does this mean of taking a shelter and surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Right? What does that mean? How do we do that? Yeah.
Perform Shravanam, Kirtanam, and all that.
Right. Yeah. Like by doing the devotional service. So how do we surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is by doing the devotional service. And the devotional service is, as you mentioned, Ajay, by doing that 9 different ways of like Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Shmaranam, Archanam, right? So there are 9 different ways of doing the bhakti. So by doing the bhakti, that's how we surrender to Lord Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? So doing the chanting as we are doing, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, right? Going to the temples and doing the Archavigraha, those are all different ways of surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? Ajay?
Yasya Rushringe Jagati Sanavam Manuryatha Badhya Tatar Durgam Sa Ev Nastvashtra Bhyadadurant Dadurant Shrata Shrita Shitanvar Richero Apimunam. The Manu named King Satyavat formerly saved himself by trying the small boat of entire world to the horn of the Mastya Avatar, the fish incarnation. By the grace of Mastya Avatar, Manu saved himself from the great danger of the flood. May the same fish incarnation save us from that great and fearful danger caused by the son of Trust. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so as we know, Rishi Vishwarup was son of Tvashta, right? And Tvashta was doing the Havan and all that. Vṛtrāsura appeared from that. Now Devatas are praying to Lord Vishnu, right? Devatas are praying to Lord Vishnu to save themselves. And so they are saying, they are remembering the Matsya avatar of Lord Vishnu because the Matsya avatar saved the Manu at that time from the great danger of the flood. So saying the same fish incarnation, Lord Matsya avatar, right, also saved the Devatas. Tarun?
Pura Svayambhur api samyamam pasyi udirna vatormi raveha karale eko swadvidatah patitastha tara tasya madha bhayadhena sa nostyu paraha. In the beginning of creation, a tremendous wind caused fierce waves of inundating water. The great waves made such a horrible sound that Lord Brahma almost fell from his seat on the lotus into the water of devastation. But he was saved with the help of the Lord. Thus, we also expect the Lord to protect us from this dangerous condition. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So who is saying this? Who is praying to the Lord to protect?
All the gods.
All the demigods, right? All the devatas, right? All the devatas are praying to Lord Vishnu to protect them from this dangerous condition. What is the dangerous condition?
The son of Tatsya has come out.
Yeah, right. The Vṛtrāsura is out and devatas are losing battle to him. So they are asking Lord Vishnu, and here they are praying to Lord Vishnu's avatar, right, to save from this dangerous condition. Ye kaisho nij maya nahasa sarjayenanu srijam vishvam. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who created us by his external potency, and by whose mercy we expand the creation of this universe, is always situated before us as the Super Soul. But we cannot see his form. We are unable to see him because all of us think that we are separate and independent gods, right? So it says that each one of us, we think we are ourselves the whole world, and that's why we are not able to see the Super Soul, is what is mentioned here. Let's read this, Tarun.
Here is an explanation of why the conditioned soul cannot see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. Even though the Lord appears before us as Lord Krishna or Lord Ramchandra and lives in human society as a leader or king, the conditioned soul cannot understand him. Avajananti mam muda manusim tanum ashritam. Rascals, muddas, deride the Supreme Personality of Godhead, thinking him an ordinary human being. However insignificant we are, we think that we are also God, that we can create a universe or that we can create another God. This is why we cannot see or understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this regard, Srila Madhavacharya says, Lingam eva pasyamaha kadachid abhimanastu devanam api san iva priya kalesu nasti eva taratamanyena so spi tu. We are all conditioned to various degrees, but we think that we are God. This is why we cannot understand who God is or see Him face to face. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Rinaji?
सपत्नैर्वृषर्मध्यमानान् देवर्षितर्यङ्गेषु नित्य एव कृतावतारस्तनुभिः स्वमायया कृत्वात्मसात् पातियुगे युगे च तमेव देवं वयमात्मदैवतं परमप्रधानं पुरुषं विश्वमन्यं व्रजाम सर्वे शरण्यं स्वानां सनो दास्यति शं महात्मा. By his unconceivable internal potency, the Supreme Personality of God extends to various transcendental bodies as Vamandev, the incarnation of strength among the demigods, Parashuram, the incarnation among saints, Nrsimhadev and Vara, incarnations among animals, and Matsya and Kurma, incarnations among aquatics. He accepts various transcendental bodies among all types of living entities and among human beings. He especially appears as Lord Krishna and Lord Rama. By his causeless mercy, he protects the demigods who are always harassed by the demons. He is the supreme worshipable deity of all living entities. He is the supreme cause, represented as the male and female creative energies. Although different from this universe, he exists in his universal form, Virat Rup. In our fearful condition, let us take shelter of him, for we are sure that the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Soul, will give us his protection. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, so Devatas are glorifying and requesting Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yeah, Rajam Sarve Sharanam Saranyam. So, and they are requesting him to protect. And as you can see, the Virat Roop, if you remember in the Canto 2, we read about the Virat Swarup of the universal form of Lord Vishnu, right? And as we know, how many planets are there in this universe? Remember how many planets are there?
14.
14, right? And Earth is the 7th planet, Bhu. Yeah. And Bhu is the 7th, so that is on the stomach of the Virat Swarup. Like, so if you look at the whole Virat Swarup, Brahmalok is at the head of the Virat Swarup of Lord Vishnu. And what is the bottommost lok?
Patal Lok.
Patal Lok, right? So that Patal is at the feet of Lord Vishnu, and at the Udar is where Earth is. So that's the universal form, and that's one of the forms which a lot of people meditate on. So his universal form, and then basically all Devatas are saying, take the shelter of Lord Vishnu so that he can give us the protection, right? And again, a nice purport. So let's read this, Prem.
In this verse, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, is ascertained to be the original cause of creation. Sridhara Swami, in his commentary, Bhavartha Deepika, replies to the idea that Prakriti and Purusha are the causes of the cosmic manifestation. As stated herein, Param Pradhanam Purusham Vishwam Anyam, he is the supreme cause represented as a male and female creative energies. Although different from this universe, he exists in his universal form, Virat Rupa. The word Prakriti, which is used to indicate the source of generation, refers to the material energy of the Supreme Lord, and the word Purusha refers to the living entities who are the superior energy of the Lord. Both the Prakriti and Purusha ultimately enter the Supreme Lord, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. Prakritim yanti mamikam. Although Prakriti and Purusha superficially appear to be the causes of the material manifestation, both are emanations of different energies of Supreme Lord. Therefore, the Supreme Lord is the cause of Prakriti and Purusha. He is the original cause, Sarva Karana Karanam. The Naradiya Purana says, Avikaro pi paramaha prakriti stu vikarini anupravavisya govinda prakritis chabidhyate. Both the Prakriti and Purusha, which are inferior and superior energies, are emanations from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As explained in Bhagavad Gita, Gam Avisya, the Lord enters the Prakriti and then the Prakriti creates different manifestations. The Prakriti is not independent or beyond his energies. Vasudeva, Lord Krishna, is the original cause of everything. Therefore, the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 10.8, Aham sarvasya prabhavo mata sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. In Srimad Bhagavatam 6.09.23, the Lord also says, Aham ivasam ivagre. Only I existed before the creation. This is confirmed in the Brahmananda Puran as follows. Smritir avyavadhanena prakrivam iti sthita ubhayatmaka stuti vasudeva parah puman. Prakriti Purusha se cheti sabder eko buddhiyate. To generate the universe, the Lord acts indirectly as the Purusha and directly as the Prakriti. Because both energies emanate from the Lord Vasudeva, the all-pervasive Supreme Personality of the Godhead, he is known as both Prakriti and Purusha. Therefore, Vasudeva is the cause of everything, Sarva Karana Karanam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the Sarva Karana. So we are going to pause here since it's 10:27. So pause here. And today we are going to hear the Narayan Kavach. Yeah. And so the Adhyay 8, we are reading Narayan Kavach, right? From Shlok some to up to Shlok 34. That's what we are going to hear today. So very beautifully sung. It's around 7 to 8 minutes. Yeah.
न्यस्ताङ्घ्रिपद्मः पतगेन्द्रपृष्ठे दरारिचर्मासि गदेषु चाप आशां दधानोष्टगुणोष्टबाहो जलेषु मां रक्षतु मत्स्यमूर्तिर्यादो गणेभ्यो वरुणस्य पाशात् स्थलेषु मायावटु मामनोव्यात् त्रिविक्रमः खेवतु विश्वरूपः दुर्गे स्फटव्याधिमुखादिषु प्रभो आयान्नसिंहोऽसुरयूथपारिः विमुञ्चतो यस्य महाट्टहासम् दिशो विनेदुर्न्यपतश्च गर्भाः रक्षत्वसौमाध्वनि यज्ञकल्पः स्वतस्तयोन्नीतधरो वराः रामोऽग्निकूटे स्वथ विप्रवासे स लक्ष्मणोऽव्याद्भरताग्रजोऽस्मान् मामुग्रधर्मादखिलात् प्रमादान् नारायणः पातु नरश्च हासात् दत्तस्त्वयोगादथयोगनाथ आयाद्गुणेशः कपिल कर्मबन्धा सनत्कुमारो वतु कामदेवात् दयशीर्षा मां पथि देवहेलनात् देवर्षिवर्यः पुरुषार्चनान्तरात् कूर्मो हरिर्मां निरयादशेषात् धन्वन्तरिर्भगवान् पात्वपथ्यात् द्वन्द्वाद्भयाद्वृषभो निर्जितात्मा यज्ञस्य लोकादवताज्जनान्तात् बलो गणात् क्रोधवशादहीन्द्रः द्वैपायनो भगवान् प्रबोधात् बुद्धस्तु पाखण्डगणात् प्रमादात् कल्किः कलेः कालमलात् प्रपातु धर्मावनायोरुकृतावतारः मां केशवो गदया प्रातरव्यात् गोविन्दासङ्गभमात्तदैव नारायणः प्राण उदात्तशक्ते मध्यन्तिने विष्णुररीन्द्रपाणिः देवोपराग्ने मधुहोग्रधन्वा सायं त्रिधामावतु माधवो दोषे ऋषिकेश उतार्धराष्ट्रे निशीथैकोवतु पद्मनाभः श्रीवत्सधामा पररात्रैषः प्रत्यूषैषोषिधरो जनार्दनः दामोदरो व्यादनुसन्ध्यं प्रभाते विश्वेश्वरो भगवान् कालमूर्तिः चक्रं युगान्तानलतिग्मनेमि भ्रमत्समन्ताद् भगवत्प्रयुक्तम् दङ्गद्दिदङ्गद्गरिसैन्यमासु कक्षं यथा वातसखो हुताशः गदेश निस्पर्शन विस्फुलिङ्गे निष्पीड्य जितप्रियाधि कूष्माण्डवैनायक यक्षरक्षो भूतग्रहाश्चूर्णय चूर्णयारि त्वं यादुधानप्रमथ प्रेत्रमातृ पिशाच विप्रग्रह घोरदृष्टि नरेन्द्रविद्रावय कृष्णपूरितो भीमस्वनोरेर्हृदयानि कम्पयन् त्वं तिग्मधारासि वरारिसैन्य मीशप्रयुक्तो मम छिन्द्रि छिन्द्रि चक्षुंसि चरमक्षतचन्द्रछादय विषामघोनां हरपापचक्षुषाम् यन्नो भयं ग्रहेभ्यो भूति तुभ्यो नृभ्यदेव च सरीसृपेभ्यो दंष्ट्रेभ्यो भूतेभ्यो भूभ्यैव वा सर्वाण्येतानि भगवन्नामरूपास्त्रकीर्तनात् प्रयान्तु संशयं सद्यो येन श्रेयः प्रदीपकाः गरुडो भगवान् स्तोत्रस्तोपच्छन्दो मय प्रभो रक्षत्वशेषकृच्छ्रेभ्यो विश्वक्सेन स्वनामभिः सर्वापद्भ्यो हरेर्नाम रूपया नायुधानिनः बुद्धिन्द्रियमनः प्राणान् पान्तु पार्षदभूषणा यथा हि भगवानेव वस्तुतः सदसच्चयत् सत्येनानेन नः सर्वे यान्तु नाशमुपद्रवाः यथैकात्म्यानुभावानां विकल्परहितः स्वयं भूषणायुधलिङ्गाख्या धत्ते शक्ति स्वमायया तेनैव सत्यमानेन सर्वज्ञो भगवान् हरिः पातु सर्वैश्वरूपैर्नः सदा सर्वत्र सर्वगः विदिक्षु दिक्षूर्ध्वमदः समन्तात् अन्तर्बहिर्भगवान् नारसिंहः प्रहापयल्लोकभयं स्वनेन स्वतेजसा ग्रस्तसमस्ततेजा
Okay, so that was up to the shlok 34 in the 8th adhyaya, right? The previous adhyaya we read. So beautifully sung Narayan Kavach. So, all right. So I think it's nice. Continue reading. I'll see you tomorrow again at 9:30 p.m. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Tomorrow might be difficult, Gajen, because of Karwa Chauth.
Oh, yeah. Is everyone doing Karwa Chauth? I mean, everyone is busy there. Yeah.
At least we'll be going to common friends.
Right,
so
right.
I don't think we'll be free by 9:30.
Yeah, I think most people are shall. So shall we? What do we do? Reena ji, आप क्या है? ठीक है, कल का पॉज करना है फिर? ठीक है, कल पॉज करते हैं. We'll pause for tomorrow. Then we'll meet on Monday again, basically.
Thank you.
अभी वैसे भी अभी holiday times चल रहा है. I think we'll have to have a lot of pauses till December. So, but that's fine. I think so. ठीक है, तो कल नहीं करते हैं. We'll again then meet on Monday. Yeah. So Monday 9:30 p.m. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.